So here in Spring Canyon in Capitol Reef National Park, and I can't stop thinking about the macro and the micro scale. And my friend Gina posted about this just this morning, how nature shows us the essential similarity between the macro scale and the micro scale, and environments like this really teach that. And so look, I'm in this canyon. It's spectacular and huge, right? But only huge relative to me. Like, I am this sort of like medium-sized being, I don't know. But relative to this canyon, I'm tiny. But what about like this canyon wall, right? Like, look at those caves and those walls, right? And so like the same rules that apply to the growth and decay of things on this scale, like if I were a tiny little being like this, right? Like, this is huge. And then look, this is like the next scale up, this whole area. And it's such a beautiful example, I can't ignore it, about how you can zoom all the way in and all the way out. And the fractal nature of reality is that the ingredients are the same and the rules are the same of growth, maintenance, and decay. It's essentially similar, at least in this part of the universe. And that is this thing that just explodes my brain wide open. And it makes me think, my friend Otter, when we're in places like this, he's fond of exclaiming, "Who put this here?" And it's funny, and it's profound, right? Because it wasn't me, it wasn't him, probably wasn't you, and so it points to this fact that we are born on this planet, and we gradually wake up into conscious awareness, and there are all these massive things already in place, right? Cosmic forces that affect our reality that we have no control, we have no say in. Whether it's from the astrological perspective, or even things like earthquakes or solar flares or social circumstances, our family environment, right? We're born into this, and it's in many ways beyond our control. And there's this larger story going on that that we didn't write, and so in order to fit into that and create meaning, we have to write our own story. We have to create our own sense of meaning through narrative. And Ayurveda, very much narrative medicine. The flow of the doshas is this ongoing story. And this beautiful audiobook I'm listening to, The Spirit of Healing, he talks about a Lakota perspective where we are nothing but the stories that we tell about ourselves and that others tell about us, right? We don't exist. There is no solid self here except for this swarm of stories. So like, this person knows this about me, and that's part of what makes my identity what it is. And I tell this story about that person, that contributes to their beingness. And it echoes the yogic teachings in a lot of ways, right? There is no solid self except for the stories that we tell. And so, I mean, obviously sometimes you need a antibiotic or a cast, right? There's medical interventions, but I suspect that some of our deepest suffering can be resolved or reconciled, or at least eased through identifying what stories we're telling, and can we zoom in or zoom out and get a different perspective, and maybe ask our community, what stories are being told about me? What stories do you know? What do you know about me that maybe I don't know? And that narrative can be a profound source of healing. And by connecting to our own story, by creating our own story, we then become part of the larger story. And we are at, wherever we are on the spectrum of large to small, we are part of that fractal nature. And by being the hero of our own story, everybody loves a hero, right? Spirit loves a hero. Ants love a hero. We humans obviously do. And so if you can become the hero of your own story, then you're participating in the larger narrative, and that's actually your best chance to impact the more cosmic scale things. So I'll leave you with that and this beautiful canyon. Many blessings. See you soon.